federal judge ordering the Trump administration to fully fund SNAP or food stamp benefits for the 42 million Americans who rely on the food assistance program. In the month of November, amid what is now the longest government shutdown in the history of these United States, the administration has announced that they're going to appeal the ruling. The Trump administration is currently only partially funding the program through November from the nearly $5 billion emergency reserve it has been required to dip into. Let's go to CNN's Caitlin Collins at the White House. Caitlin?
Yeah, Jake, this is quite a ruling from this judge ordering the federal government to make these payments in full when it comes to these SNAP benefits for 42 million Americans who have kind of been left in the middle and the lurch of all of this, as there's been this dispute playing out inside the courtroom from groups that are suing the administration over not paying these benefits during this government shutdown. And something that stood out to me, Jake, is something the judge referenced in this decision today, in this ruling, saying that they must make these SNAP payments by Friday, by tomorrow, where he essentially pointed to something that the president said on Truth Social earlier this week after the administration was ordered to pay about half of the SNAP payments, what they had from that contingency fund that they had. That had created a lot of questions here during the White House briefing, Jake, where Caroline Leavitt was acknowledging the president's post, but essentially saying that they were still complying with the court order. Those were actually talking points that were sent up to Republicans on Capitol Hill. The judge took it very differently and saw it as basically a rebuke of his order to pay those SNAP payments. And he's warning here that if this does not happen, there are millions of Americans, elderly and disabled, who could go hungry without these benefits being paid off in full. And so that's the question here of what the administration is going to do next, Jake, because we are told that they are going to appeal this decision that came down from Judge McConnell today, but we haven't yet heard from the White House or from the Office of Management and Budget on this matter. And certainly it is something that is becoming a crisis point for so many Americans in this moment and in this government shutdown that, Jake, right now, as we are here tonight, yes, there's a lot of conversations happening on Capitol Hill, but right now still no end in sight to that government shutdown.
All right.